We're looking at some of the emails people have sent us to freedom@charliekirk. People are getting engaged on these election topics. I have a quick question I want to share with Cliff. Diane sent us I guess it's probably Diane, sent us a email that just says, is there a New Jersey phone bank people can go to where they can dial from anywhere? I think that's probably similar to the Turning Point action app that we've had in some states. Do you have the best advice for people who want to get involved, I guess probably from out of state, Cliff?
Yes, download the Early Vote Action app. So Scott Presler's crew has plenty of things that folks can do. This is not me saying that, I don't want people to knock doors. But yeah, if you're not able to knock doors with NJ Chase, I would download the Early Vote Action app where you can make calls, send postcards and do some things here in the final 6 days. So great email. Love when people, give an alternative. Everybody's got to take action, right? This is too important of a race to sit on the sidelines. So njchase.com for folks that can knock or that can sponsor a knocker. But if you can't, plenty of different organizations you can partner with from afar to get some real work done. Great question.
Yeah, man. We've got one. Andrew has sent us one, and he sent us in white-colored text, so I have to highlight it so that I can read it.
It's not the sharpest bulb.
So use black text, people. But in this upcoming election, what strategy will be used to engage young voters who feel disconnected from both parties and believe the system isn't working for them? And I do think I don't have an easy answer to that because it does stand out to me. We've talked about the shutdown a lot these past few days, and I had this thought. We were saying on the show, the Democrats have touted one of the biggest victims in this shutdown allegedly is that early retirees are paying more for, I think, their health insurance premiums under Obamacare. And it filled me with dread that is apparently a politically powerful argument because I don't want to say anything, to those who are out there who support us, who are early retirees, who were financially successful enough to do that. Good for you. But I'm just going to say it. It is not early retirees in America that our priority should be on. Our priority needs, above all, to be on young people who will have the next generation, who need to perpetuate American prosperity, American success, American vitality. And I do think as Republicans, we've got to be really zeroed in on that message that we are the people who care about your future. We are the ones who will do things to enable you to own a home, to have a family, to live in a country that doesn't feel like it hates you all of the time. And we've gone to this again and again. The fact that Democrats so visibly want you to live in filth and in crime and surrounded by foreigners who don't speak like you, who don't like you, who view you as a giant pile of money to get, they're creating a lot of opportunities for us. And we've at times been imperfect in capitalizing on that. And, that's why, Zohran Mamdani has had the success he's had. How do you feel about that, Danny?
Yeah, and I think what strategies can we use to engage the vote or engage young voters is Turning Point USA. I think more people can just get involved with Turning Point. If you're
possibly go to our event tonight,
if you're
or watch
in Ole
it
Miss,
online.
Watch online.
Have your kids watch
online. Yeah, I feel like this is Turning Point's needed now more than ever. So I feel like everybody can get involved, and that is a way that young voters can stay engaged, and that is what Charlie's main mission was all about.
Yeah. How about you, Cliff? You're always doing the get out the vote. You're probably speaking to a lot of youngish people. We've got about a minute and a half for you here. What have you been seeing?
Yeah, well, I'll echo Danny here. I mean, first and foremost, get involved with Turning Point. If there's a local chapter, join it. If there's not, start it. And listen, Turning Point is not just for students, right? I always have to explain to people there's local chapters, there's faith chapters. You guys have chapters for pretty much any type of individual that's looking to get involved. So I just would really encourage you. You might be sitting there thinking, well, I like watching the show and I like the ideas. Get involved, right? The country needs you to step up and get involved with Turning Point and to take real action. Look, how do I think we reach young people? I think this election in 2024 really proved one thing, and that is that authenticity is what matters. And I think as Republicans, I'm going to be brutally honest, the rhinos, the establishment, some of these people that have been in this game for way too long, they're losing young people and all voters because people can sense they're not authentic. Donald Trump and J.D. Vance, when you compared that to Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, it was the greatest difference in authenticity. You might not like Trump, you might not like J.D., but when they're talking, they're saying what they believe. And when you compare that to the Democrat leaders, they're just not authentic. Now, my warning is Mamdani, because he is the one guy right now that when he talks, he sounds authentic. I don't know how much he believes what he's saying, but I think authenticity needs to be what we focus on. I'm going to continue to chase ballots and use whatever tactics at the door we need to win. But one, get involved at Turning Point if you want to make a difference. And two, the Republicans have a mandate to be the most authentic party and really to deliver for the American people. They do that, they're going to have great success.
That's right. That's right. Thank you, Cliff, so much for coming on. Again, get out and vote right now. If you are in these states, get out there.